little bit. We're going beyond the music with the members of the band. They are scaling back their sound a little bit for us, which we kind of appreciate. But I'd like to get out and hear you guys, with the full sound as well. They've played around Louisville at places such as New Vintage, 7 Cents Festival, Haymarket. Do you guys get out of town much at all?
We used to quite a bit. We used to hit Bowling Green, once a month almost. We've been to
Lexington,
Chicago,
Indianapolis, Chicago,
Wilmington. Nothing too far gone. We've never really been the road warrior type guys, but we make it out of town every once in a while. It has been a while since we've been, but that's just
we were
so
like promoting our first
album.
record, and we were doing it all, like all the time. And
it's fun.
We were kind of weekend warriors at a couple years ago.
That's the way to do it. Just get out of town for the weekend, come back. We had a big festival just end. Forecast. So I asked you guys if you went, and you're like, no, we are poor. No.
Well, the wives and kids and everything kind of get in the way of that.
It's hard,
yeah.
But I know.
I wish I would have seen Gary Clark Jr. I love.
You know what?
That dude's such a great.
I had a few friends go, and they said that the crowd wasn't as big as they thought for him because he is the headliner. So
that's to be honest with you, that's who. If I was going to go to Forecast, that's who I was going to see.
Yeah.
I love Bright Lights. I love that. I just want to see that song live. I love it.
Well, maybe he'll come back next year.
Yeah.
I did notice that you guys played Forecastle. That's pretty cool. You played the same year Black Keys.
The Black Crowes,
2009.
Yep.
How awesome was that? I was at
Cage
that show.
Elephant played that year. Yeah,
that was
right before on the brink of their explosion there.
Right.
And their last record, God, amazing.
The last couple records from them have been amazing.
God.
So what was that experience like to be on the Forecastle stage?
Mind-blowing.
It was awesome. It was actually really cool.
To actually see your band's name on the same T-shirt as bands like the Black Keys, the Widespread Panic, and all that stuff. I mean,
that's enough.
You can't really replace that kind of feeling.
Yeah, it was super cool. And we had VIP tickets everywhere, so it was just cool just to walk wherever we wanted. So that was nice. And it was right before.
That was our first and only taste of infamy.
VIP status.
That was right. 2010. What was it? Black Keys. That was 2010. They did Tighten. Was it Tighten Up in 2010?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was Tighten Up. It was 2000, but that was God, I love that song from the Black Keys. But
I was at that concert actually with my son. My son and I were in the Forecastle audience. He got me in there. Yeah, he was 16 at the time. And so, mom and son were in the mosh pit at the Black Keys.
That's what those festivals are all about.
That's when it really started taking
fun.
off, too. That was...
Dan Urbach threw one of his guitar picks in the audience, and some kid collapsed in front of us. It was. I was like, do not do drugs, kid. This is why you don't. Music is the drug.
Yeah, right.
So let me just get a little bit of a background on you. We'll start with you, Jeremy.
Okay.
To my left, he's on the bass, playing the backing vocals. What's your music influence style? I like to just see how diverse they are. Growing up, what did your parents make you listen to that you had to?
Well, I come from a family of musicians, so it's
do you?
It's something where I started playing cello when I was 4. So I've been playing music since a very early age, and went all the way through YPass for orchestra and all that stuff, and met a lot of musicians that I still talk to this day. But in my teenage years, I kind of transitioned. I fell in love with jazz and blues, and kind of naturally progressed, into bass, and then from there, obviously, angsty teen years, you get into rock and things like that. So that's kind of where most of my influence kind of came from. But I listen to just about everything. There's some modern types of music like modern country and rap that I don't necessarily put on my playlist, but everything else is cool with me.
Isn't it funny how you can like things other than what you play?
Oh, I think
some people are like,
essential
why
to being
is
a
that?
musician.
But
you have to be able to incorporate
agree.
things from other genres and artists to kind of build your own tone.
So you are classically trained?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. Where did you study?
Well, I took from a few private teachers here in town, but I went to the Youth Performing Arts School for high school. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. So that is Jeremy in a nutshell.
This is me in a nutshell.
Very, very. That's cool. I had no idea. So there you go. And then we're going to switch over to Steven. Hello, Mr. Steven.
Hey, what's up?
Steven is on electric guitar. And what are some of your musical influences? What do you love?
I grew up. I was born in '84, so
so you grew up from '84 to 2016.
I'm a grunge baby. Okay, so when I was like I don't know, 10 or so, I listened to really bad music like Puff Daddy, and like
NWA.
yeah, no, not even that
NWA
cool.
is good music.
Not even that cool. And then I remember like what changed my life was hearing Zero by Smashing Pumpkins, like the intro riff, yeah, and I was just like, oh, rock music. And so like Smashing Pumpkins, Nirvana, just like got heavily into them, and then started getting into indie rock like Cap'n Jazz, and I don't know, just everything.
It's a little bit of everything,
Yeah,
huh?
I just took.
And we all really have kind of diverse tastes. I mean, that's I think what kind of makes this go. I mean, obviously Blake and I being of the same age and stuff. I mean, we listen to a lot of the same stuff, but you know, even nowadays, you know, I have artists I may like that he may not care for, and vice versa. But you know, everybody likes a little something.
I'll be
different,
honest with you, like, dude, like, Jeremy's been a Black Keys fan for the longest fucking time, and man, when they put that 2010 record out with
Brothers.
yeah, Brothers, God, like it, like put it over the top. I was like,
Yeah.
and he's so like, I was sold on it. I was like, man, I
Wow.
love that song, like.
Yeah.
Like Tighten, their single from that. It was Tighten Up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Am I thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, Tighten
That's
Up.
the one.
I love that song.
That's awesome.
It's just so it's just a simple song, but it's like the way they build it and then drop it down is like it's just awesome. It's like a bluesy pop song. It's just wonderful.
So, are you classically trained as well,
No,
Stephen?
No.
When did you start?
Just trained
So
by
after that
rock
one song,
gods.
you're just like, I've got to be a rock star, and you picked up the guitar.
Well, I wanted to play drums at first, and then my parents were like, "Drums are really loud." I was like, "No, they're not." and so my brother was like, "Why don't you try the guitar? That's kind of like a percussion instrument," which is no.
No, it's not at all.
He's more of a lead player
It's-
too. That's just funny.
Yeah, and so I picked up the guitar, and it just kind of came naturally. So I'd been playing piano prior to that for years.
That's what I've heard, is that if you can understand, the piano, it's like the Rosetta Stone, I guess,
Yeah,
of the rest of music. So if you get that first, then the rest kind of comes easily.
for sure.
Awesome. Well, yeah, when your drumsticks kind of disappeared, I guess you decided to go with guitar. But you owned your craft, and I would say that you guys definitely come together really well in your chemistry. So we will get to know Blake as far as his musical influences, and Landon on drums. But I want to make sure I get as much music in here as possible first. So we're gonna switch over to a song if that's okay with you guys.
That's perfect.
So you want to introduce the song coming up, or you want to wait until after?
This is another horror themed song called Creature.
It's not horror theme, but it is called. It is called
This one's
Creature.
much more metaphorical than
Yeah,
some of the
absolutely,
other
for sure.
tracks on
All
the
right.
album.
Okay.
Yeah. The song's called Creature. Listen, mister, there's a twister. It's spinning through my mind and my soul. The storm chasers, they can't predict it. Just happened, you had no control. How to dig that, whack and flick that. Just crawl in a hole for years. When it's here, because there's a creature crawling in my room. It's headed towards me, don't know what to do. And I stabbed it once or twice just to make it go away. But it's got 100 heads and we battle every day. Listen, mister, don't twist it. I don't wanna hear what you say. I don't control it, it don't control me. I can't make up my mind. It's a body snatcher, it's a big bastard, the ugliest thing that you'll ever see, at least to me. Because there's a creature crawling in my room, attached to me, don't know what to do. And then I tried to close my eyes, but it's always sitting there. And then it's got 100 heads and they're swinging everywhere. It's been such a long time since I've met you. Why tonight? It's been such a long time since I've seen you. Why tonight?
Creature with the instruction on 100.9 FM. That is scary stuff. So what was there, like a bug in your room or something, and you were influenced?
Well, it's kind of more metaphorical about.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm being completely sarcastic. Those lyrics are amazing.
Well, that's all Blake.
Yeah, it's more metaphorical for like it's if you. Kind of sounds
addiction and daily struggle. I mean, it's
I think so.
You know, whether it be anxiety,
the creature would
addiction,
be some sort of
being the blackness, the darkness within, or something.
You know, whatever's kind of on your mind that keeps you from being your normal self on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
like have you ever seen Monsters Inc?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it came from. Yeah. That's the type of.
That's
the creature. The that addiction. If you've whatever
the monster,
anything.
Yeah.
Monster.
Yeah.
That is actually way more better. It's way more better. It's way better than a bug.
Way much more better here.
My country's coming out. I gotta watch it on air.
Well, hey.
But
I ain't never heard nothing like that.
I ain't never heard nothing like that before.
But I was just scrolling through your Facebook posts too, and you guys have done a lot of stuff locally, and including the Belle of Louisville, the 100-year anniversary.
Yeah,
you guys did that.
We were notified by the label that we had to deal with at the time, Sonic Blast Records, that they were putting a compilation together for the 100th anniversary of the Belle of Louisville. And we submitted a song, and they were nice enough to put it on there for us. But it will also be on our album as well. So, but yeah, that got some pretty good recognition, and it's definitely stylistically much different than pretty much everything else that we've written in the past, or probably will write, because it's a little bit more Southern fried than some of the other stuff. To put it in a certain
that
way.
Americana sound to it.
For sure.
I was going into that from my Southern twang that I used earlier.
It was a segue.
It was relevant.
It was a segue.
But you've also, it looks like you've had WFPK named you guys one of the albums of the month, or the album of the month.
Yeah,
at some
back
point.
in the day.
I think that was back in 2009.
That's when we actually released an album.
And 2009. So some interesting stuff here on the Instruction Facebook page, and make sure you get on there if you like what you're hearing, the sound, and give them a thumbs up. That's always a good thing.
And Twitter and Instagram.
They're on Twitter and Instagram. You guys have a website?
It's theinstruction.com. It's kind of being retooled
it's
right
being
now
reformatted as we release this new record.
Prepare to.
We're actually
get everything on there.
Yeah, so we're in the process of doing 3 videos for this new record, and we're one down, and we just started the next one. So
those will definitely be prominent on the website as well. I mean,
Yeah.
that'll be part of the interactive multimedia of what we're trying to do with
I can't wait. I miss the days of MTV where you could actually like watch the video and the song at the same time.
That's kind of what
well,
influences
people listen with their eyes today. I mean,
do.
when it comes to YouTube and those sort of things, I mean,
yeah.
You can completely change a song by the video production.
For sure.
I think so.
For sure,
So I'm excited for this. You know, it's taken a while, but I know you guys are perfectionists, so I can't wait. Just the promo itself had me excited with the song. So do you with a promo?
Shoot.
So who's doing your videos? Have you hired someone, or you guys do that yourself?
Well, we're actually working with our friends over at Breaker
Box.
Box Productions, Chad Haverly and
Dave Boone.
Dave Boone. We've known those guys.
Brandon Smith.
Yeah, we've known those guys. We actually went to high school with Brandon Smith, but the other guys we kind of met after, and we've known them for a long time and had a really good kind of relationship with some of the other bands that they played in. And they have an amazing company that does great video work, and we couldn't really think of anybody else that would want to do it. And
Yeah.
most of it, what we're doing, we're kind of guerrilla style shooting a lot of it ourselves.
We're doing some of ourselves, and we're lucky enough. Like one of my best friends from high school was Hayden Blades, and this guy's like just brilliant when it comes to editing. He's doing all the editing for us, and he's been a film guy like half his life, but I'm lucky to have him as one of my good friends who's helping us out with doing the editing and that sort of thing. But we're filming some of it ourselves, and then Breaker Box is doing the rest of it. So
Nice. And I noticed you guys are recording, or you did record the new stuff at Deadbird, right? Deadbird
Yes,
Studios.
Yep.
What was that experience like?
It was great.
It's great. I mean, Dave Chale and Jamie Innes are
When we
two
first
amazing
started, like
engineers.
that was right when they opened Deadbird, and like now they're like everyone knows Deadbird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, like
They've won a lot of awards in the meantime, and obviously none of it's from us because we haven't dropped anything.
You can claim that. I mean, you could say, hey,
We'll
like
claim
after,
future
it's
accolades for 'em.
coincidence
I
that
think
after
a
we
recording
recorded.
experience, like I learned from them. They probably learned from us too, like in different experiences, the way we kind of recorded. But
And what's nice about them is, they're really knowledgeable, but they also have really good taste in music. They've helped us with a little bit of kind of the production side at certain points.
they're really good at listening to the art. Like they want to get what you want to hear.
Right.
Like, they're not like, well, we got to do this. Well, we're gonna do this, or I got to do that, or I don't know what to do, but let's try that. But sometimes that's actually cool. But they're just really good about listening to you, and then they try hard to do what you want to do. And that's
Not
what's
what they
awesome.
want to do, but what you guys
Exactly,
want to do.
and
So
that's what's awesome about them.
Yeah.
awesome. Well, shout out to Deadbird Studios.
Oh, sure.
They do lots of local artists and are very well known. So
So go
Just
make some
wanted-
noise there and give them all your money.
I wanted to make sure we did that. Gave them a hello. Okay, so let's get back to getting to know you guys a little bit. And we skipped Landon over there. No one ever recognizes the drummer, Landon. He's hiding in the corner.
Yeah.
So how long have you been playing the drums?
I don't know. I think I probably started when I was 10 or 11. I won't say I was classically trained like Jeremy, but I was a band geek in middle school and high school. I played
This is awesome because we've never heard this story.
Yeah.
So this is great.
We're getting to know each other
about it.
here.
That's a great question. I want to hear what Lennon.
Well, no, I played
never let him
trombone
talk.
and concert band and jazz band for 7 years, and in the meantime, I always wanted to play drums, and for the longest time, didn't have a drum set. Finally, got it from Santa Claus one year, which was great. But I used to have an old fold-up chair that I would practice on, and I don't know. Since it's established, I was the youngest here. Mid to late '90s alternative rock. Kind of missed the grunge thing, but definitely No Doubt's
Isn't that
Tragic
crazy?
Kingdom, probably one of the best albums ever.
Melody
Probably-
Genius.
Probably,
Gwen Stefani's a
yeah,
Melody Genius.
probably, that. Third Eye Blind's original album, Weezer's Blue Album, those all taught me how to play
Awesome
drums.
album.
Yeah, so kind of getting into the grunge
I
stuff a
wouldn't
little
say
later.
back then,
but
but now I'm like,
yeah,
awesome.
no, that's what I grew up on. So
Yeah.
I was a little late to the game. As far
That's
as
awesome. I like to think that Gwen Stefani is my soul sister. Like
Yeah.
we're-
Well,
Is she
yeah.
your spirit animal?
She's my spirit animal. Gwen Stefani is.
Yeah. So
So your drums didn't mysteriously disappear like Steven's.
no,
Did-
no, that's what I did. I actually picked up guitar in high school, so I play guitar too. Not as much as I used to, but I never really played it in a band. But yeah, no, drums has just been kind of the thing. It's been.
Have you played in other bands as well?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah, that's
I think we met him when
played
he was
with
like
previous bands that
14,
he
but
had
he,
been in.
but he claimed to be 18. at
Yeah,
the time.
right. No, I was.
We saw him doing homework at
Something
gigs.
like that.
He was
Yeah.
playing in a club, and you're like, "You're not 18." No.
Yeah.
They made him sit outside until he got on stage.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, yeah, I've played in numerous bands around town. None of them really notable, but that's okay.
It's funny.
So,
Before we started playing together, I remember when we played headliners and we were doing we were opening for like MC Chris or something,
Yep.
with
Uh-huh.
Kittle's band, and he was like, and I was like, man, I'm really nervous, and I'm like talking to him he's like he's like 7-8 years younger than me, and he's like, Blake, are you nervous? I'm like, yeah, I'm really nervous. He's like, dude, it's all right, man, relax, relax.
Would you like me to play some shaman music?
I'm like,
Yeah.
dude. And I didn't realize how he was younger than me. I was like, yeah, I need to listen to this kid. Like, relax. I need to relax. Why am I so nervous?
Yeah.
And
He didn't listen.
At the time, I didn't. Yeah.
It turns out he was 13 at the time.
Yeah, at the time he was like 14 years old. I'm like 25.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's all perspective. It's hilarious to me how many people, they come
It
on
was like
here and
it
they're
was like
so
the
nervous.
Buddhist, like monk over here. He's like, dude, relax, take some.
Let's meditate.
Yeah.
Just sit
Yeah.
down, take some deep breaths. But yeah, people come on here all the time and they're super nervous. I guess it's radio, and I have to kind of backtrack and remember when I first did it. I had to sit out in my car for like 5 minutes and smoke like 8,000 cigarettes, and then I was like, okay, I can go in and do this. But it's really, after you do it, now you probably look back at headliners like, why were you so nervous?
Well, we always found out that whiskey kind of helps that.
It does.
It does.
To a certain
Jesus.
extent.
To a certain extent.
That was a big show, though. That was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fun.
Yeah. Long
So-
time ago.
Blake, did we ask you what your musical
Oh, we
influences
haven't
were?
gotten
My
there
musical
yet.
man.
He loves
So
Katy
Would you guys like to get to know Blake a little
So,
bit in the
today-
band?
Yeah.
yeah, so mine was like, man, I was
One Direction.
I was well, he said it in the
Buck
story.
Cherry.
No,
New Kids on the
mine
Block.
was like Richie Valens, Buddy Holly, Roy
Oh,
Orbison.
yes. Mhm.
Landon's favorite was Nickelback, but no, like I mean, I love the oldies. Like I remember the first. I can't tell you the name of this artist, but it was one of the, I remember. I love the Beach Boys. I loved the
I
Beach
can't.
Boys.
Spice Girls.
But there was a song. I don't know if you know. It was like a what do you call it? A fugue, like where someone sings one thing. It's
Oh, like a round?
like dum 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 dum.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
dum.
is that on? I know
It's
what
like
that
back
is.
in this like late
Yeah.
50s, but of course the
That old Motown
Beatles,
jam.
Motown, Sam Cooke, Bill
love Sam Cooke.
Withers. Like
Yeah,
I
soul
loved.
music
I
is always
grew,
just
yeah.
so important to music in general.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
the rhythm.
And I just grew up on that. I mean, my mom, like, no, I'm so glad she like let me listen to all that stuff and played all the time for me. But like, my mom played me like, that's what I grew up on. Like when I was supposed to be growing up on like late '80s, early '90s stuff, which I did. I mean, I was a big Nirvana fan, Chili Peppers.
So that was you, and then your mom's influence was like the soul.
Yeah,
the
the
classic
soul, the old like 50s, 60s music. Like she got me into the Beatles again, Buddy Holly, all the Roy Orbison, all the oldies music, man. Like Sam Cooke, again Bill Withers, like the Temptations, like any of those. Like
yeah.
I don't know, like all the oldies stuff.
I heard
I
a
grew
ho-
up on listening on all of it.
Did
I love
you?
it,
I was
yeah.
gonna say I heard a homeless guy at Forecastle singing Bill Withers like at the top of his line. Ain't no sunshine. And I was just like, I had to
That
give him
song
some
slays
money.
No matter who sings it, it's always a good song.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting to see all the diversity within the entire band, and then you guys come together and play this amazing rock sound. It makes sense. I don't know if you guys saw when you were coming in and getting loaded up for sound check. I was showing your promo video to the guys before us. That's a comedy show, by the way, too. So it's good that you guys are out of here before they come in.
They got a good.
It was a
laugh
pretty
out.
funny
Because
promo.
they usually razz people, as they come in. It's funny. Now it's just me most of the time, so they just do me every week, but it's fun. But yeah, I was
Nothing wrong with
showing
doing
them
you
the
every
video, and they loved it. So they were like, "Oh yeah, like Rob Zombie, we know." And I was like,
We've been called worse. We actually had the lead singer
yeah.
from one band actually refer to us as something
Douchebag.
similar to Bush.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, ladies and gentlemen, because this is what the story is. Like, we were playing out in Bowling Green, and I think he thinks I purposely tried to name his band wrong. This is like 5 years ago,
Easily. Yeah.
and we were in Bowling Green playing a show at like this like
Little coffee shop.
Coffee shop, actually, and it was actually pretty packed. But there was like, so the lead singer of the band that played before us is like. He said his band name, and like so I went on stage and was like, "Thanks to blah 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 for playing," and I said their name wrong, but not.
A couple
I would
times.
never do it, but I didn't do it intentionally. I think he thought I was like trying to jab at him or something. So he's like, or this. I guess we played right before, so he gets on stage. He's like, or was it? I guess
They
anyway.
played after us.
After,
yeah.
so he's like, thank Bush for he's like, thanks to Bush for playing, and like, yeah, I don't know.
"That's funny."
You can't get along with everybody, but I try.
You can't. Yeah, just laugh along. What did they say? They said something like, "So please welcome the instruction, not to be confused with the step-by-step guide or something. And so I was just like,
Step by step.
Well, yeah.
Instructions.
We've also been called a lot of.
Yeah.
different
I always
things.
explain that people
The
like, what are your band
destruction,
name? I'm like,
The indestruction.
indiscretion.
or I'll be like, yeah, like the instruction manual. Like,
Yeah.
that's not what it's supposed to, be. But yeah, that's an easy way to, when you're trying to like pull off the
Explain what your
syllables
name
and
is, yeah.
explain what it is. Like, did you say destruction or
right, yeah.
reconstruction or no? The instruction manual, dude.
Insurrection?
Yeah.
Blake, you are preaching to the choir. I have to say my name like 8,000 times to people. It's like charity, like give it to charity, like for
Yeah.
free. Like I
So
have to go
you
through
get
all
used
of
to
it,
that.
and they're just like, "Oh, really? That's your name?"
Okay,
Like,
so give it to charity. Oh, so you're charity, right?
right. Just make a donation if you like. I don't know.
Donate to my pocket.
All right, so we are going to get back into a song, and then we'll talk about some stuff that you guys have coming up. The brand new album, Monster Maker, with some great video footage, and where you guys can find out some more information about the instruction. So, without further ado, what's the next song?
This is actually the last song off the new album. It was, yeah. So
This is the one from the compilation.
Yeah, we did a compilation for the 100th anniversary of the Belle of Louisville was 2014. This was on their October record, which is released by Sonoblast. Yeah.
The instruction.
So this is a little different for us, but yeah, we're gonna try this song out.
What's the title?
Holy Roller.
Holy Roller on 100.9 FM. Take it away, guys.
1, 2, 3.
Seize the day. I might not always know right from wrong or which way. Sometimes I just need to think I do. Sometimes I need to think I can. And I'm not a good like a steamboat. I've been around for all of them days. Down the river you'll be letting my smoke. I'm not a good like a steamboat. And on them days you'll be letting my smoke. Windy day hits my face. I wanna love someone. Such a lovely world from place to place. For the human race, rows of people come to meet you on this beautiful day. Pull up a chair and take a seat. Enjoy your stay. I'm not a good like a steamboat. How amazing is life, you see, when we ride the holy roller, the holy roller. A million miles it could have sailed across the sea. Let's ride the holy roller, the holy roller. We're all aboard the vessel, rolling down the stream. Yeah, singing 100 years on the great white hope.
Holy Roller. That was the Instruction live on 100.9 FM. That was probably my favorite so far. I like that one.
Like I said, it's really different for us, and we enjoyed writing it just because it is so different, but we were also really kind of self-conscious about it because it is really different from everything else that we've done.
Yeah,
so,
I love it.
You know, some people
Wasn't
really
like a
liked it, and other
1980s,
people
like,
just kind of rolled their eyes at it.
And Blake, seriously, your vocals just fit perfectly with the sound and just the energy, everything.
We played
Sounds
that really
great.
fast.
We did.
It was like, whoa.
Maybe you should speed it up or not. But yeah, if you guys want to stream online, definitely do that. If you're just now tuning in, www.crescenthillradio.com. You can get a live visual, and you can also follow these guys. You have a Twitter account, Instagram account.
Twitter.com/the instruction.
Probably the same with Instagram. And all the links are on our Facebook. Yeah.
And it's fun. I'm scrolling through their Facebook right now, stalking them. And I'm sure, you guys, I like how there are so many bands that don't put their past things up. You know what I mean? Like, I like how you guys do that for this purpose. And, particularly, I can scroll through, I can see everything that you've done. And it's helpful, that likes matter.
And we also have
very
very bad memories, so we have to keep track of all the stuff that we've done.
But you also incorporate, marketing wise, you incorporate a little bit of personal, just your pictures of you guys out having fun, and as a band, so you can tell that you have a good time.
Well, we're like a
doing
little
what you
family,
do.
and we like to have fun together, and we like to.
It's
play
like we're all
together.
married, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
We're
having
just
two
one big, really
two husbands,
open-
two wives. Like,
We'll
Gotta
let you guys
run it by
decide
my
who's who.
band,
Right.
and I'll get back to you. So speaking of marriage, how do you guys balance that? All that you have to do.
We'll let the married
Well,
guys talk
I've never
now.
been married, so yes.
You balance it quite easily.
Landon
huh?
and Steven, that's
Landon
okay.
and Steven, that's their
I'll let
question.
Steven take this one first. He's about to have his 18th kid. So.
Oh, they're gonna do a reality series on Steven next. Yeah.
It's 19 actually.
20,000 and counting.
No, I have two. They're real close together, and then I was like, "Oh crap! What am I doing?
That's the way it works.
Oh my god!"
You just gotta fall into it. Yeah. So how old are they?
My daughter will be 4 next month, and then my son will be 3 in October. So they're
Nice.
14 months apart.
Well, shout out to her if she's
Yeah.
listening.
No, they're sleeping.
They're sleeping
After
already.
They better
tearing
be.
my house up, yeah. They're like,
It is kind of late. Yeah.
we broke enough stuff today. We'll take care of the
Right.
rest tomorrow. Let's get some shut eye.
I remember when he called me. He's like, Harris broke my PC, my laptop.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. It's good.
Computers and mouses. And
It's good that you guys are understanding. I have 3 boys there, and I will say it gets easier. You know what I mean? They get older.
Thank
They're
God.
more independent. It does get easier. But I remember, I was in the emergency room because my son stuck a eraser, a pencil eraser all the way up his nose. It was like, let me just see how far this hole goes.
He's just trying to erase some
And,
memories.
Yeah, so we. I should tell him that. That's a funny.
I was young too when I had. I got 2 kids. Mine are awesome.
So
That's
it's
really
yeah, balancing music and
your wife is pretty understanding. I assume.
she's cool. She knew what she was getting into. she
she did it anyway.
She knew like 90% of what she was getting into.
Right, and then you
But
just kind of drop the
whole,
bomb later.
Yeah.
The whole Steven part was the 10%
Yeah.
she didn't know.
Exactly.
Apparently, she's very patient and she's understanding. So that's awesome. You do have to have a lot of support with a spouse in this business because you're on the road a lot and you're spending a lot of time. A lot of musicians are obsessive compulsive, so you have to practice and you have to,
That's
like you
us.
said.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
You have to record a record for 5 years. And like,
She's like, "Oh my God, do I have to hear this song again?"
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think after a while we all
Well,
got kind
one
of
of our
that- to that
favorite bands.
point.
I mean, at the drive-in. I mean, that's one of the things they say. The Mars Volts at the drive-in. They're like, "Oh man, by the time you guys hear it, we're like so sick of hearing it." But they mix,
But we figure if we write it right, then we'll not really get tired of playing it. But
And that's one way to get through to your audience, even if you have to just like subliminally message them by playing it so many times that they
Which
get
we
it.
saw. At
and,
the
and
drive-in
some,
two
sometimes
months ago. It
if
was
the
awesome.
band's bored, the
Nashville.
crowd's going to be bored. So we always like to see high intensity shows with people that are actually enjoying what they're doing. So we try to carry that.
It's so
on
cliche,
stage
but
with
it's
us
like
when
when
we
you see
do
the
it.
audience, like, yeah, you're like, yeah. When the audience is like,
Yeah.
It's a reciprocation, you know.
I know the
Well,
worst is when the audience is talking and you're trying, you notice that
That's
on
all
stage.
Louisville crowds. There's always gonna be somebody talking in the back of the room.
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's definitely
I've
clicky.
been guilty of it myself.
So what do you guys have coming up? Do you have any plans for a big release for the Monster Maker? Or?
We will. None of those plans have been laid yet. We're really seeing
we're just in the middle of
how
filming.
long the videos are going to take us to get finished up, and once we have those done, then we can concentrate on really
Yeah.
putting an event together.
But I will tell you tonight, there's a great show going on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy is playing tonight.
He did say he has to get out of here right at
shameless
9:30.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna do
Oh, no,
Monster Maker.
I'm here. I'm here for the long haul.
But tonight, where are you playing at?
We're playing at Old Tap Room for Metal Monday. I have
Metal
a
Monday. Jeremy's
band
got a
called
separate
Blind Scryer.
Blind Scryer. He's playing
Awesome.
Metal Monday tonight.
What time does
if
that
anyone
start?
is
That goes on at 11.
got nothing to do, let's get out there and see that because it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be loud.
Very nice.
Very loud.
I was trying to think who's at the tap room tonight.
That's us.
Other than
That
other
is
than you.
that is yeah,
That's
that
us.
is him. Yeah.
We're the only band on the bill. So
Cool. So it's you all night.
They come out at 11, and we'll be done by 11:30.
Nice. We'll get out to tap room, and if I didn't have to work in the morning, I would be there. Totally.
We get that a lot.
I gotta do a couple different things to pay the bills. So, but I've had a great time hanging out with you guys. If you guys have a chance, definitely check out their new album on iTunes, right? Spotify, it's available.
It'll be out soon.
The new
Very
one.
soon.
The old one's out there. Obviously, you
The
can find on
faded one, yeah.
Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pandora. The old album's obviously been out for 7 years now.
Got a lot of
Yeah,
live-
we're on iTunes and all that good
a
stuff.
lot of live videos.
Failure
on
by
YouTube,
Design.
too.
Yeah, we've been kind of building our YouTube presence a little bit. So
Trying to,
yeah. We're all over the place.
You guys have a YouTube like official page, and then all your videos under it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the website will link to it. Probably the Facebook page will link to it
Yeah.
too, I think. So.
Okay, cool. Well, we will also have little snippets of, if you're streaming live, we will snip some of the songs that you guys have played and have those available for you. Kathy Weisbach, our manager, is a
Awesome.
magician, and special thanks to Colin, our sound
Yeah,
guy,
yes,
who's
thank you, Colin.
amazing
It's been
Thanks,
awesome. Sounds
Um,
like
brother.
here.
tonight. But we are
Thank
going
you.
to get one more song out of you guys.
We're gonna play Monster Maker from the record. Monster Maker.
Yes.
We got a request for this
When we were
last
on
time
Hippy
were-
Head, they requested it, and we hadn't practiced it, so we weren't going to embarrass ourselves. But we figured
Guess what, Hippy?
we owe it to the station to play this.
Nice. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out, and thank you for tuning in. We may have a couple minutes after this plays, but if not, Colin's telling me no. So no, we won't.
We'll have to play this one twice as fast then.
We'll see you next week with Gavin Kester here on Beyond the Music, and thanks for tuning in. So here's the instruction with the incredible Monster Maker here on 100.9 FM.
I once was a young blood, but I have no fear tonight. We boarded up the windows, die we might. We stuck up ammunition, we want to make things right. We got our moves down, so let's dance tonight. Too pretty, we ride tonight. a soldier, I would give my soul for free. In harm's way, 'cause we were soldiers. We were cut down at our knees. It's breaking our hearts when we're breaking your hearts, but it's really them on me, yeah. And if his heart don't fit, maybe I can use it on someone else. Get your weapons ready, we're out tonight. I'm a monster maker, I'm real hard to shake up. I'm a number piercer, we're out tonight. I'm a monster maker, a real body breaker. Cause the world to wake up, we're out tonight.
For live, local, and regional music, tune in to Hippie Head Spotlight every Thursday night from 8 to 9 on CrescentHillRadio.com. Live on the microphone.
Okay.
It's 78 degrees.
It's 9:32.
Let's take a look at the WCHQ concert view.